Hello everyone, welcome back to the John Owen Movie Channel, all things movies, all the time. And today's video is going to be the best movies of 2019. Now, 2019 was an absolutely great year for movies and films and stuff like that, so it was really hard to just get down to this small list, but these are for movies that I saw in the theater, so I cannot say anything about a movie I didn't see. So these are the best movies of 2019. Number 9, we have Dumbo. Dumbo is in Disney's collection of the live action remakes from their classic tales. And, it was pretty good. The original Dumbo's not real complicated or anything like that, but this one, added on to the story and made it a little longer and a little, not complicated, but, a little more depth to the story. And it's pretty good. Obviously, there's a great cast with Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito and Colin Farrell. Those are all top tier actors. So, you get a great cast with a good story, you end up with a pretty good movie. Uh, I thought the kids were low-key kind of annoying at first, but then they got better as the movie went. And Michael Keaton's character, I don't remember his name exactly, he's the bad guy, and kind of had a wacky plan. It didn't really make sense, but, besides that, it's solid. It's a good watch. Number 8, we have Captain Marvel. Probably one of the most decisive movies this year. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Like I'm somewhere in that middle range. I liked it. It's not perfect. It kind of feels like one of the Phase One Marvel movies, but it's still really enjoyable. Despite all the controversy surrounding her. I think Brie Larson was a great choice to play the character. She really nails what what Carol's supposed to be. So, she's an enjoyable to watch. She is enjoyable to watch. My favorite thing about this movie is definitely young Nick Fury. Seeing him before he was all cynical, or whatever. That was really fun. I didn't particularly care for the scroll twist, but it was fine. It was okay. And number 7, we have How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Just in general, the How to Train Your Dragon movies are all excellent and really good. And this one just continues on that being the end of the trilogy as we know it. Now, there might be spin-offs or whatever, but this movie, the animation is beautiful, the story is really good. It gives a good end to the arcs of Hiccup and Toothless and their friendship, and the ending whenever Hiccup lets Toothless go. That's really good emotional moment. And number 6, we have Ford versus Ferrari. This is definitely the most different movie on this list, just because it's not your big summer blockbuster or whatever. But it was still really, really excellent. I love Christian Bale and Matt Damon, so having them in the same movie was obviously really enjoyable to watch. And the story that they were telling, the story of Ford making the fast car to beat Ferrari at this big race was really entertaining. And I like history, so it was very interesting to watch. And the car scenes in this movie are very well done, so it delivers for sure. Number 5, we have Toy Story 4. So this is the sequel I didn't know that we needed, but I'm glad that we got. Uh, it was very, very, very emotional. There's some really great moments at the end and stuff. Woody gets, really the star of the show, and he gets a really good close to his story and his character arc and stuff like that. And the reemergence of OP was really good. I thought she was very entertaining in this movie, and all the new characters they introduced, Sporky and Ducky and Bunny and Duke Kaboom, were all really awesome, especially Duke Kaboom. If you watch my Toy Story 4 review video, you know that he's my favorite. But if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Uh, Anyways, Toy Story 4 is a great, great continuation of the Toy Story story, and I don't really have any holes to poke in it. Number 4, we have Spider-Man: Far From Home. This movie just straight up is an entertaining thrill ride. If you just want to be purely entertained for 2 hours, put in Spider-Man: Far From Home. Mysterio is a great villain. Jake Gyllenhaal nails the performance. He is truly a bad guy. Like, genuinely a bad person, and diabolical and manipulative and just fascinating to watch on screen. The action, especially the illusion scene in the final battle and this picture are really really good. The action in this movie is better than Homecoming's. It's probably the most large scale action we've seen in a Spider-Man movie. So it was really entertaining to watch. And the evolution of MJ and Peter's relationship is really awesome to watch. And this movie, is part action, part comedy, part teen romance. It just gives you so many things to like and enjoy. Number 3, we have the Joker. Now, if we were doing a favorite movies of 2019, Joker would not rank this high. But just as a purely amazing movie, Joker is a really good movie, just from a cinema fundamental standpoint. Cinematography, casting, practical effects, story. It's just really good. The demise of the mind of Arthur Fleck as he becomes the Joker is really entertaining and fascinating to watch. And what am I gonna say? And this movie tackles the social issues such as mental illness in a very interesting way. And obviously, this movie was really good because it made $1 billion without even.
What are you talking to?
I'm making a video.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. This movie made $1 billion without even being in China, so
There's breakfast in there.
without ever going to China, so that's very impressive. Yeah. All right. At number 2, we have Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I'm going to stand by what I said earlier. This movie was absolutely amazing. To me, it was a great ending to the Skywalker saga. It wasn't perfect. There are a few story things I would change, but, the story in Star Wars has never been just perfectly executed. Even in the original trilogy, some of the story turns kind of came out of left field, but, it's fine. Like they're still enjoyable because of the characters, and the sequel trilogy, and especially Rise of Skywalker, to me really nailed the characters. Even when the story wasn't always perfect, the characters were always entertaining to watch. Especially Rey and Kylo Ren, especially Kylo Ren, now Ben Solo. Um, I just love this movie so much. It was a great ending. I thought it was very emotional and action packed, and it was just 2.5 hours of just pure craziness. And number 1, pretty handedly, is Avengers Endgame. I mean, what can I say about this movie that I haven't already said? In this movie, gives us exciting moments while closing the arcs of our main heroes properly, while still leaving the door open for plenty of story for the new people, for our new leaders of the franchise to take forward and carry the future. I mean, it just nails it as the end of the Infinity Saga. I mean, perfectly closes the 23 movies in the saga, and just can't say anything more better about it. Anything better about it. Alright, so thank you for watching my video of the best movies of 2019. Leave like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the names below, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks.